Hello, patrons. Welcome to the June patrons only party where we're going to be watching a movie and commenting on it. It's just something we like to do because it's fun and it's a way to thank you guys for helping us pay the costs associated with podcasting. We really appreciate it. So here is your monthly reward. More of us talking. I invited a few friends to join in tonight. We have Rick. How's it going, sir?
Shalom. Happy Pride.
Jen is in the party. How's it going?
Salutations and greetings.
And John is here as well.
Aloha and aloha.
All right. I put a message out to the patrons last month of what movie they would like us to watch. And I only heard back from Tom Corcoran. He wanted us to watch The Thing with Two Heads from 1972. So here we are. We are going to watch The Thing with Two Heads. And we're going to go ahead and start. So I'm going to count to three.
So is everyone else's porn or is that just mine?
I'm not going to make the joke I was about to make. Okay. All right. I'm going to count to three. I'll say 1, 2, 3, play, and then we'll all hit play at the same time. Okay.
We're going on three.
I'm going to say one. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, play, and on
Movie
play, we're going to hit play. Okay. 1, 2, 3, play.
Orion.
Well, that's a good start.
The world is in Orion's belt. What was it? The galaxy is in Orion's
The galaxy
belt?
is in Orion's
Yeah,
belt.
the galaxy.
That's
We're already
weird,
talking
'cause
about a different movie.
I remember that's like Orion used to make like good stuff, right?
American International.
Orion has been up and down the board, yeah, with quality.
Zarkov. That was Hans Zarkov.
A Saber production. Though. Already, I noticed the camera is moving around way more than it should.
Rosie Greer as.
Well, this is before Steadicam.
Yeah.
It was just a guy. Wait.
Two heads in.
Yeah. In case you didn't know what kind of movie this was, that sound effect pretty much clinched it.
Also starring these other people.
Yeah, one of the criticisms I read about this was that it's supposed to be a horror comedy, but it never seemed to make up its mind whether it wanted to be horror or comedy.
So the IMDb description of the movie is doctors are forced to transplant the head of a dying racist surgeon into the body of a black death row inmate.
I wish you hadn't told me because I didn't remember until you said it. Jen, have you seen this before?
No.
Oh man.
Oh, happy day.
Normal intake has continued for over a week now. Any new signs of rejection? Absolutely none. The patch of pneumonia has completely cleared
You know,
up.
if I was a rich wheelchair-bound person, I'd have some ramps installed.
Right?
Yeah, really.
Yesterday, but today it seems to be completely level. Oh, excellent.
So this is
He looks like the kind
starring-
of guy who would think that was just being weak.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah, why have ramps installed when I can just pay people to pick me
And I
up
can hire people to carry me,
and move me around?
like the pharaohs of old.
How many takes did they drop this dude?
Good question.
So this movie
Just one.
stars Roosevelt Greer, Ray Milan, and Don Marshall.
Roosevelt?
Yeah,
Oh,
Rosie
he goes by
Greer.
Rose.
His name was Roosevelt. Yeah,
I never knew them. Yeah.
he was a football player before he
That's
started.
Mr. McFeely.
Wait a minute, what?
And a gorilla, which is Rick Baker, by the way, the makeup
yeah.
artist.
Two-headed
Very-
gorilla.
Does
With
look
two heads.
Fantastic. We complete the balance of the test now. Tomorrow we remove the original head. You see, he loves me.
I'm sorry, the second head. This is just getting me. It's not.
Doctor,
It looks even faker than the.
I'm
Than the
getting
hand.
Zaphod Beeblebrox vibes
I
out of
was-
this.
I was just going to say it's Ape Fod Beeblebrox.
After all, we understand one another. I am the genius that has given him a new life, and he.
And it's human
in
eyes.
return, will help me
Looks
keep
like
mine.
the last scene of Trading Places.
Oh, yeah.
Arterial clamp, please.
And of course, now he's got a
Ladies and
ramp.
gentlemen, this is one of
He's
our
got a
three
ramp,
operating
great.
facilities.
Hey, that
First,
one
the
Asian guy
transplant
that's in
foundation
every
is the only
70s
place in the
film.
world where
I was
such
about to
massive
say,
operations can take place.
isn't that the guy from Mortal Kombat?
That's Lopan, isn't it?
Cortisone.
Dr. Smith, in such a massive
No and
transplant,
no.
why don't we...
That's because at this moment, both the patient and the donor organs are hooked up to individual.
So
machines.
Ray
They control the
Milland,
blood flow through those
in the
plastic tubes.
40s, he actually won the Oscar for Best Actor
Is that Dr.
for
Kirshner?
a movie called The Lost
Yes,
Weekend,
Dr.
and then
Kirshner
I'm not,
supervised
and now
Probably
he's
not
in
for
this.
though.
major transplant operations.
Oh, the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. He developed a severe arthritic condition a year or so ago, and well, it makes surgery quite difficult.
I'm
for
sure
him.
this exposition is important. I'm glad we're not paying attention to it.
He doesn't operate. He's got arthritis.
Oh,
Okay, so question: Did they have motorized wheelchairs in the 70s or no?
Now, the only thing left on the schedule.
yeah, because
is a
Daleks
kidney
existed
transplant,
then,
right?
so
I see no
sure.
problems there, do you?
Okay.
I don't.
And he's rich.
Take care of it. Now see what's
It's just
going
more fun to pay people. To do
Again, he's
things.
got servants for
Good
that.
job in that.
Yeah.
You and-
He's got more money than the movie
Thank you. I
did.
didn't think you noticed. I said good.
He doesn't want to waste his money on expensive wheelchairs when he can just be pushed around in that $200 wheelchair.
All right, he's your problem
Keep an eye
now.
on
Get them the
that,
hell out of here.
Yeah, keep an eye on that driver. He's gonna, yeah.
Is it
It's
raining?
always the driver or the butler.
It is? Oh. We're getting power
Are
flickers.
you all right now, Doctor?
They're getting worse.
Oh, is your power about to
And
go
more
out?
frequent.
Well,
There must be
our,
something we can
I've got
do.
Oh, damn well, I can't
a
take any
UPS on my
time.
computer, so
Must keep my mind
Oh,
alert.
okay.
we're fine. It just keeps flickering. So if you
I'm
heard
sorry,
that beep,
Thomas,
that was
but
my
it's difficult.
battery.
Speaking of squeaking,
No one will be admitted during the thrilling box lowering scene.
What in the world?
it's a cage. It's literally a cage.
Wait,
The cage with no
how
bottom.
angry is this movie gonna make me?
And he's got a
No
Mr.
gorillas
Burns
were
kind
no
of look
gorillas
on
were
him,
harmed in the filming of this
even though he's not a real
of this
gorilla.
motion picture.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking so much about the gorillas.
And he sounds like a lion for some reason.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like a gorilla at all.
Wasn't that a shirt tail? When they mixed up animals, gorilla lion?
No suppose. Just gentle.
All right, so let's analyze
Butter
this. He's
bear.
just on a table that has a cage over it. He could just flip the cage.
Well, yeah. Now actually, I'm admiring the gorilla from a they obviously had $10 for a budget, but Rick Baker designed. I mean, this is.
It's Rick Baker in the outfit.
Academy Award-winning director.
But look at the arms and stuff. He he extended the arms. You can see that there's he really tried to make this as realistic as possible.
Hey, that's not fair. Give him the shot down there.
I think he's getting mad.
Well, yeah, stab him in the ass.
One of those heads almost had an expression. Oh, he figured it out.
There he goes. What did I just say? What did I say?
Aha. That means he can bite you twice as much now. You didn't think he could.
Oh, not the paints.
What's
Look
gonna
how
happen to
strong
Budget?
he is. He can flip over.
Now
this
he's
girl.
the tranquilizer gun.
Wow.
I don't think
I don't think that
tranquilizer
was a
guns
tranquilizer.
sound like that.
That was a bullet.
Yeah, that was a shotgun shell.
Wait, how'd he get out of the house?
He's pretty quick.
Use the door.
And now he's in the suburbs.
They didn't lock the door?
Apparently not.
While they do this secret experiment in the basement, they didn't think to.
Too bad he can't even look around with the second head.
That's
so
actually
that he
really
can, like,
impressive.
see.
He's really walking along that wall in this suit.
Can't have gotten too far, could he?
It's not like you can
Well, Baker
hide
eventually-
when there's a gorilla with two
Won
heads.
a few Oscars for his work, so he was. Not was.
Well,
he still is. He still
Yeah, I
is.
mean, just if there was actually a guy who was running along the wall in that suit, that's impressive.
Yeah.
He just ran
I
that
don't
stuff
like the
done.
soundtrack. It's so great.
Holy shit!
No one told him not to squeeze the Charmin.
Yeah.
And there's like 200 people in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in that little store.
Jeez, where
He
they all
is
go?
very angry at these raisins.
California had very liberal gun laws at the time.
I mean, can you just imagine if you're walking down the street and you see this shit, a two-headed gorilla running through, and then a white man with two lab coats.
When he fired that gun,
carrying.
it made a shotgun sound. That is very obviously like a BB
Wow.
gun.
Yeah, you should still shoot him though.
We were just hungry. We just needed the snack.
Need a banana.
Discard organs that are malfunctioning beyond what the human eye can detect.
Young man,
Define
you
discard.
realize we operate here in a success average of 92%. Can your machine improve on that?
I'm sorry to interrupt, Dr. Kirshner. Dr. Williams has arrived. You asked me to let you know.
We need 15 more nurses to walk past this door.
I instructed the board to hire him without an interview. He's done
It's just the same three nurses. They
They
just keep turning around and coming back.
Of course, I've read about him. He's excellent.
You're probably right.
Dr. Williams. Dr. Desmond.
Pleasure meeting you. Phil
Doctor,
Desmond, head of
doctor,
surgery.
Oh.
doctor, doctor, doctor.
And this is Dr. Kirshner.
Dr. Kirshner, I've been looking forward to meeting you, sir.
He looks
I'm very
familiar.
happy to be on your side.
Yeah, I was about to pull his IMDb up because he's like the third build in this. His name is Don Marshall. And
Oh, yeah.
Mission
I've-
Impossible.
Dr.
I've
Williams,
seen him as something. Yeah.
how was the trip from Minneapolis?
he is known for Land of the Giants, Terminal Island,
That's what
The
it is.
Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Doctor, since
He was in The
originally hiring
Lieutenant?
you,
Yeah, the Lieutenant. He played
Oh,
Private
okay.
Ernest Cameron in the Lieutenant.
That is the
due to
show. If
budgetary
okay,
setbacks,
The
we find
Lieutenant-
you're
Well, hey, I want to hear how racist this is.
oh, okay.
Signed the contract. I've already given up my position in Minneapolis.
Miss Davis, check the terms of his contract.
It's for a 6-month trial period at $500 per week.
The board was most generous.
I've been a physician for over 5 years, and I was making much more than that in Minneapolis.
Oh, come now, Dr. Williams. I didn't mean that at all.
Yeah, you did.
What I meant was just that here we pay our lab men much less.
I'm much more than a lab man, sir. I'm a doctor.
I'm
That's
sorry.
not
I'm sorry.
far,
Lab boy.
Doctor.
I'm a doctor.
What is it you want?
What I
He
want
was in The Bionic Woman. He played in an episode of Good Times. He played Federal
What is it
Agent
you
Lloyd.
people always put
Mhm.
yourself in a position where you
Oh,
You people. There we go.
there we go.
Why is it all of a sudden that I don't fit? I'll get some coffee and we'll look at this thing some other time.
Yes, why don't you do that?
Yes, I'll do that.
Why
I get to
don't you
leave the
stop playing
room.
around, Doctor?
Things might be different if I were white, right?
Let's put it this way.
He was in 3 episodes of The Incredible Hulk, too,
I run it my way.
as different
I hire
people.
whom I please,
Of course.
He never played the same guy.
and I don't wish to hire you.
I don't want to hire you
Let's
because.
put it this
Yeah.
way. We have a legal and binding contract, and I intend to see you follow it to the letter.
All right, Doctor. You'll have your 6 months. But that will be it.
Thank you, Mr. McConnell.
Go to Dr. Hirsch for scheduling.
Now, what were you saying about the Lieutenant, Rick?
The Lieutenant was a series that Gene Roddenberry was trying to get to created,
That's what I came here.
and he did an episode
I've
where
learned what you know.
I forget the exact details of it, but it tackled racism in the military, and the network wouldn't let him do it. And he did it. It told him not to do it, and he did it anyway, and the show got canceled. And as a result of that, he went on to make Star Trek.
I never allow people on my personal staff.
So and if that's the dude,
carried away.
I don't know that you can find the Lieutenant anywhere to watch. I've never been able to find it.
Whether he's black or not, he's an excellent doctor.
But
Philip,
Roddenberry tried to
do me a
do
favor, will you?
social commentary in a quote
Cover
unquote
for me
real
today.
situation,
Some important
and the
things
network
to-
wouldn't put up with it. So
Good
then he
call.
had to figure out another way to do it, and that's how Star Trek happened, or a part of how Star Trek happened. But yeah, I'm remembering him from Land of the Giants, which was an absolutely
I
awful
remember
show.
from
But
Incredible Hulk.
8-year-old
yeah.
me, I loved.
And you're right, he did play different parts on Incredible
Yeah,
Hulk. It was
yeah. In
really
one episode, he just played man.
Man. Suddenly he has one head.
Call Dr. Desmond. Tell him it's urgent. I want to see him here immediately.
I'm dying right now.
You should
Is that the
probably
same
not.
gorilla or is it a different gorilla?
It's the same gorilla.
Clean pair of gloves before I rub my face again.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm like,
That was like, have any of you guys watched
those headlines
the
were called.
Coming to America, the sequel?
Yes,
No.
I've seen it.
There's a scene, it's towards the beginning. It's not a spoiler, but it's James Earl Jones just looks at Eddie Murphy and says, "Remember what I told you, son. I'm going to die now."
I'm going to die. And he actually had his funeral before he died, and then he died at the funeral. Just so you know.
Condition is terminal chest cancer.
Once again, Sean, I just need to point out that you don't know what is a spoiler.
Neither do
That's
I,
not-
apparently.
If it happens,
no.
if it happens in the first 10 minutes of the movie, it's not a spoiler.
That's not correct.
That's-
Also, Jen, you spoiled a big thing too.
Oh, yeah, well, I do. We have established this already.
Let's get you to the hospital and start working.
Rick
Donald,
teases me about it all the time.
There's a James Earl Jones die in everything that he's in, though.
Eventually.
These days.
Has gone past the lungs and into the pleural cavity and the rib cage. Organ transplanting would be futile. I'm afraid I'll have
If
to
Sean Bean's in a movie, 95% of the time he's gonna die at some point.
Yes, there is.
This looks like a cast of like Doctor Who or any Jerry Anderson live action show.
Except they're American instead of British. Well, so much for that gorilla.
Transplant him onto the gorilla.
Uh-oh.
That is
No,
not
he's still
the
breathing.
gorilla
Oh, good.
ahead. He's heavily sedated now, but we have achieved 100%.
If he was sedated, why'd you have the sheet over his head?
Yeah, his fur is a lot lighter.
Is it? Heart, lungs.
Is that Jerry
arms,
Orbach that's
legs,
playing the doctor
everything
that
is
back there?
functioning.
No.
Look at
Looks
this.
like him.
The top one.
Look at this. It's a telephone. You've never seen one like it before.
And an X-ray machine.
I can't believe that this basement is sterile.
I kept the original body and the transplanted head
Probably
alive on
not.
2 separate heart-lung machines. Well, what do you think? Absolutely amazing. Exactly. Total spinal alignment.
That's correct.
Feet
I'm the
using
shit.
matching electric currents attached to the nerve ends. I left the 2 heads together for 28 days until the new one was strong enough to take over. Removal operation.
Have you ever gone to visit somebody in a hospital and the hospital that they're in is like 60 years old?
35
Yep.
And you go in and it feels more like you're in an office building that just has people in beds in it.
Oh, it's worse if the walls have that like wood paneling on it.
Yeah,
Gotta go much further. That's why I need your help.
the floors aren't even concrete. They're like, you
I'm
know,
talking about
you can
science,
hear
about
the
genius.
the
Genius must
thump
be
as you're
born.
walking along.
Philip, I want to transplant my head on a healthy body. Well,
My old
Well-
office building had that wood paneling, and I
Well-
said that like, why does our office look like we're in the middle of Hill Street Blues or something?
what? Hasn't been proven. Then we'll prove it now.
This whole movie
My
seems
genius
like the
must be
plot
allowed to
to an
continue.
episode of Futurama.
Philip, I have
It might be.
absolutely nothing to lose. There's no other
I
way
mean,
to
there
be
was an
lived.
episode where Fry's head ended up on somebody else's body.
Of course, we'll need
Oh,
a
they
doctor.
spoofed this
Perhaps
this
someone with an
movie.
inoperable
They
brain
spoofed it on an episode of The
body that cannot
Simpsons
be
when they did
saved.
the Treehouse of Horror
That's healthy
episodes.
enough to withstand the
And
operation, so we can remove the other head.
the
Such a patient only comes
the
along
main
once
guy,
every
what's the
while.
guy's name?
On the
I forget
operation
exactly
here,
his names already.
in secret. The fewer
Homer?
people know about this, the less our chance of trouble with public opinion.
No, the football player.
Oh,
That hasn't
Rosie.
ever seen him yet.
Rosie.
Got to help me.
Wait, the football player in
Rosie
yeah,
Greer.
Rosie,
Yeah,
Rosie Greer.
he was actually he did a voice in that episode of The Simpsons.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
He's still around.
Well, as you said, Max, you have absolutely nothing to lose.
Rosebud.
Looking to see what the last thing he did
Brain must
was.
be totally inoperable.
That's correct.
A cancer patient is out of the question. Thank
Blood
you.
type?
They're talking to each other, by the way.
Can I show you that too? Awesome.
Patient
Patient must be very much stay in life for at least
Yeah,
30
yeah, I can
days.
bloom.
May I help you? Thank you for
No,
trying.
the body has to be
No, I'm sorry. No,
We understand that your subscription is about to expire, and we would like you to renew.
We've had 2
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
last 4 weeks.
Rosie Greer, the last thing he was in as far as IMDb, he was in a movie called The Roonies in 2010, TV movie.
That's a lot of wasted space in there.
You need some pictures. Come on. Some flowers would be great.
Yeah, they always show like people that have important jobs in these old movies and stuff. They always have these massive offices.
Since I talked to you yesterday,
It's all about the size of the office.
Oh, can you help us?
They don't even have a conference table in it or anything. It's just a lot of
He has
space.
all those chairs
I talked to the governor.
for some
And I
reason.
talked to the attorney general, and
It's like the Don Draper from Mad Men. You know, you gotta have a sofa and a full bar in your office.
Adding fuel to the
Well, you
fire.
need one if you have the other.
Right.
The convict must be under total police security at all times, and proof of his subsequent death must be certified by a state physician.
And a private bathroom with a shower. Like, why would you never even have to go home? You just live there.
Decide to donate his body to science rather than go to the chair.
Dumbass.
Hope. Tell me something, just off the record. What's this experiment about?
Transplant, Mitch. Just another transplant.
Just another transplant.
Just
That's
another
what-
transplant.
Famous last words.
Men, listen up. We have a message from the warden.
This is an offer from the office of Lieutenant
Is that Wilford Brimley?
To all men presently on death row.
Diabetes.
They're hereby offering one of you the opportunity of donating your body to science rather than undergo your present sentence of death by electrocution.
I wouldn't be surprised Wilford Brimley was one of those people that looked like an old man for like the last 40 years of his life.
Probably.
At least have the personal satisfaction that your life has aided humanity and the scientific world.
He's in the bubble.
You think anybody on death row cares if their death aids the scientific community?
Well, if it weren't for our life support systems, he'd be dead now. As it is, I don't know what.
That's considered
You
a
know,
life
this guy's
support
been
system.
an asshole to everybody.
I don't think he will regain consciousness. Which means that we're going to have to find our donor immediately.
Like right
Are
now.
any of you a beneficiary in his will?
Sorry, I didn't check my license to see if it had a donor ID thing on it.
He might be dying because you put him in a big plastic bag.
Yeah, he's
He
suffocating.
looks like Wilford Brimley.
He does.
Wilford Brimley was a little more portly than that.
I will say this. This soundtrack is kicking ass right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty hip.
Take my hand. If I slip, if I fall, won't you
The
help
priest walks like a cowboy.
All right, Jack. It's time.
Who might be?
Who is it, Jack? Jack, let him have it. Jack, give him hell!
Nah, they usually execute people at midnight.
Hey, that's somebody too.
Jack, make him drag you in
He
there!
kind of looks like Liam Neeson.
Jack, listen, when they kill you, they're gonna kill a real man! Jack!
It's Patrick Swayze's cousin.
Right, Jack.
I want to try to understand.
And then there's this guy. He's the sole reason they have this music.
Yes. You know,
Well, in the house of the Lord.
I'm sure that would have been like a shock that he's a big black guy if it wasn't in, I presume, every poster and commercial.
Right. Oh yeah, I've seen Rosie. I've seen him in stuff. Okay, I
Jack Moss.
recognize him.
It's my duty to carry out
He did a lot of commercials too.
the
Yeah.
law of our state.
Is there anything that you wish
Yeah,
to
if you
say
watched
before
any show
sentence
from
is
the
carried
70s or 80s, he probably
Yeah.
appeared in at least one episode.
Same thing I've been telling you guys all the time, and you didn't believe me. I'm innocent. And my girl and some friends are close to proving it. So I've been thinking, Warden. I think I like to donate my body to science after all.
Okay. Like I'm in the chair and I changed my mind.
Well, I don't know how you think that donating your body to science is going to get you out of getting killed.
Well, they said
What?
he's gonna. They said he's
Yeah,
gonna live
that's
for
what
like
they just
30
asked. Is anybody that don't to volunteer for this program that they're doing?
Sure.
Dr. Desmond?
Sergeant.
I have the benefit of, you know,
This is your volunteer.
hindsight and, you know. Wow,
He
literal
was a
crickets.
very big dude.
But you don't usually get to change your mind when you're sitting in the chair.
Nope.
Well, I'd say these are extraordinary circumstances.
All right, I'm gonna say that was the best scene so far. Where everyone's just looking like, oh shit, but nobody says anything. Literal crickets in the background.
And what if he was about to be executed? Wouldn't they have shaved his head, or at least shaved portions of his head for
They
the?
were. They did not have enough money to pay Rosie Greer to shave his head.
Yeah. No bald cap or anything.
All right, we need 15 more people in this shot.
That's a lot of nurses.
We need a
Holy
lot of
cow.
nurses.
Yeah. Same nurses from the hospital.
How about y'all just leave us alone for a few minutes?
We're just fans of Rosie Greer, honestly.
This is
I don't
this
even know
is
what's
the-
happening. They just want me dressed like a nurse.
You know, cameraman, you want to rate up a little bit? Just
I can't see his face.
raise the camera.
It's all
Oh,
about
now
the
they're
nurses.
cleaning.
This is
Now
like
it's
when you're,
sterilized. It's great.
when you're in the hospital and they and like
Yeah, seriously.
a class comes through of nurses and they all have to stand around and
That's
you're
a lot
like
of scissors.
you're the thing that they're learning about.
See, that right there tells you this is some mad science experiment. Because this is not a hospital. This is not a government facility.
It's a basement.
It's some dude's dingy basement.
But at least they've got a lot of hemostats.
Why,
Gotta shave his shoulder.
why
Well,
you
they are
shaving the
gonna-
neck, son?
They're shaving something, man.
No. You won't feel a thing.
That's good. Because I got what is called
Yeah, we're gonna put a head right
I
there.
don't like to get hurt.
We're going to sedate you right now. You won't feel any pain.
Oh, that's good. What do you guys
That's
gonna do
cool.
to me
That's
anyway?
cool.
No pain.
We're
no
conducting a
pain.
transplant.
He blew his leg out in the in the NFL. I think he can he can stand a little bit of pain.
He's got a real problem with this last minute. So what you guys gonna do to me anyway? Dude, they're prepping you right now. You should have asked. You could have asked on the car ride over.
Then the man's gonna try to pull a switch again. 30 more days. Maybe over that day.
And he's out.
We're gonna try to take you out at 28. But
Yeah, we're
keep
we're
it
real
alive.
doctors and stuff, but we're not even gonna put an IV in you before this surgery. We're just gonna inject the knockout juice right into your arm.
Anesthesia.
So I have seen this, but I don't remember. So I'm gonna make a prediction about what I hope how this ends up. So he expositions that he's innocent. They got him on death row. Blah blah blah. So I am hoping that he gets the two heads. Over the course of the movie, he uses the old white guy's funds to like prove his innocence. Old white guy dies, but because he's still in his body, he like inherits his fortunes.
Scalpel.
But also, he does have to keep the dead white head on his.
Suction.
That's the twist ending.
Ringer
I
solution.
feel like this movie would have been even better if it had been Carol O'Connor and Red Fox.
Sponge. Sponge.
Surgical chainsaw.
Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor.
Hemostat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isotonic saline.
They
I would
were
watch that
practically
movie.
one person for a while.
Yeah, they were.
That movie would
At
have been a
least in
hit.
some of their movies.
Arterial choke 7-0.
Yep, move that head over, I think.
That
All
was-
he did was just kind of.
That was actually impressive. That's a very realistic head.
Release the clamps.
Release the clamps.
Perfusion.
Get that cat out of here.
Steady.
Wow,
Steady.
that's
Steady.
That is not realistic blood.
That's not
that
a
is-
realistic head either.
That is fruit punch.
See, he's dead.
that's about as good as you're gonna get in any '70s movie.
Yeah. I saw worse heads in a lot of Romero movies. That's for sure.
His lips are still moving, which is
What perfusion?
okay.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like Donald Trump.
remake this movie with
Oh,
Donald
his eyes
Trump and
open.
Barack Obama.
Why were they worried if Rosie was sweating? Here, do something nurse-like.
Nurse-like. Okay.
Cooling clamp.
Clamp.
Aluminum retraction.
The baby forceps.
He's snoring.
1 to 100,000 couldn't,
What
please.
the heck?
Hey, the jaw's
Motherfucker,
moving.
you
That's pretty
true
impressive for them.
Scalpel and forceps.
Arterial choke, 7-0.
Staple gun.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So how many
Duct
people
tape.
did they have doing the gorilla head? Because like this is like top secret. There's only like 1 or 2 people who did this, right? There's like 30 people in this room right now.
Yeah,
This is not going to stay a secret.
Excellent job. I
but this is
congratulate all of
much more
Just
important.
remember,
It's a
complete
rich
secrecy.
person.
Yeah. It's like a Marvel movie. They outside indie.
Yeah,
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 it's-
that's right.
And this is the second
you're on.
tab product placement.
What are you watching? Nothing special. Just switching around, trying to find something else.
How about making us some coffee?
Yeah, sure, Sarge. Anything you say.
You know, they still make Tab.
Yeah, they make it again. They've started making
I
it again.
ju-
Yeah, they brought it back. Like a, oh, was it not Jolt? Surge.
Jolt.
Surge Coat was
Oh,
back.
Surge.
Jolt was some good shit.
I think they do still make Jolt, but I don't think it's as potent as it was in the 80s.
We
It's
did
probably
it.
not legal.
We transplanted your head.
I did not
Max. And everything is just
hate Crystal Pepsi. I thought it actually tasted pretty good.
It's going to work.
I don't remember like really hating New Coke.
God, I knew it would.
I didn't like New Coke,
I didn't like New Coke either.
I didn't
I
either.
can
but
feel
I did like
I
Crystal.
mean, it wasn't as good as Coca-Cola
I
Classic,
can
but
breathe
Yeah.
with it. I can feel my hand. I think I'm moving it.
Yeah,
Am
but
I
it's.
moving it?
Why
You know
is
what?
why is my penis so large?
Oh, no.
Yes. It feels so
I love how they're not telling him. This is bringing the
so
show.
magnificent.
I've got some good news and some bad news, sir.
Beautifully strong.
When I cut the
think I
half an
lifted
inch off the end of my
left
thumb,
arm.
it took me a week to be able to walk.
I am lifting it.
You didn't have his
I
money.
know I am.
why can't I move my neck?
You didn't have his drugs.
We had no choice.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh no!
Is this
Freak
some
out in
kind of a
3,
joke?
2,
You were in a
1.
terminal coma. We had nowhere else to turn. It was our only chance. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have made it.
Let me see.
Give me a mirror. That's a big mirror for this.
You know, those full-length mirrors they have in hospital rooms.
There was nothing else we could do.
You know
Is
what?
that a fact?
I tip my hat to you, Tom Corcoran.
You wouldn't have lived.
Nice-
Life's
nice
force
choice.
for more than one more day.
Well done.
Is that a fact?
Breakfast
T.J.
will be
Hooker.
on in a few minutes.
Thank you, honey.
I'm a nurse.
Hey, Sam.
Thank you, honey.
Wake up.
Therefore, it's my job to get you coffee.
Is he actually shaving?
Right over the coffee. Yeah.
He was there all night. Atomic batteries power. Turbines
Mhm.
speed.
Fuck am I doing in bed
Oh,
with a white guy?
crap!
Oh, honey, you smell good.
I grew a white man's head.
Take your hands off me. What happened?
He's
Take your head
obviously,
off me.
he's obviously got his head stuck through a hole in the bed.
I'm talking to you, man. What have you guys done? Shut up. Where's the rest of you?
So we're just not going to talk about this? You just-
What do you mean? They've transplanted my head onto your body. Now, will you shut up and get some rest? We need our rest. We?
We.
What do you mean, we? I told you guys I was innocent. I just need a little time.
Why do you guys do this to me? Why do you do this to me? Easy, take it easy. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Owen, I'll take care of this.
Hold on. Let's stay out here and.
Okay, I got a gun though.
Jack it off.
You want the gun?
This is why you maybe should have given him a heads up before you knocked him out.
Which head are you gonna get?
Or maybe
Wait,
restrain
you need to do that to
the
both
guy.
heads. Wait a second.
I couldn't stop him. That black bastard, I couldn't
Oh,
stop him.
jeez.
It's the same.
The incision is fine. Take it easy.
I couldn't move the left arm. He was controlling it. I couldn't move it.
Takes time, Max. You know that. Your head won't begin to take control of that body. 10 to 14 days.
How am I
Oh, well,
going
good to know.
What was the movie with Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin where they were?
All of me.
All of me.
Yeah.
All of me. That was a great film.
That was.
When
was
he
good.
was out,
Yeah.
you only had minor control.
It just when he was talking about the left side of the body, that's what reminded me of that. Because each one of them could control half the body.
The urinal scene was worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
I feel that. I can feel it.
That's a topic we should do. Favorite body switching
Yeah.
films, shows,
Yeah.
episodes.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
Dr. Williams,
There's a lot of
I'm looking for
sleeping
you.
in this
Dr.
movie.
Desmond asked that you meet with him at Dr. Kirshner's as soon as possible, and here's the address.
Are you sure you asked for me?
Specifically.
We got something you're gonna love to see.
Bring your camera.
Yeah.
In fact, we're gonna charge you admission, and you're not gonna be upset about it.
Right. Doctor, I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to talk to you since you started at the hospital.
It's really not necessary.
Uh-huh.
No, yes, it is. I want to apologize. I mean, for Dr. Kirshner. See, he's not had an easy life. Even his childhood was.
Well, I can certainly sympathize with people who have had a difficult childhood.
Oh God.
Let me put it another way.
He hasn't had an easy
We're
life.
going there.
It's
Walk
possible.
right into that
He had a
one.
bad childhood.
Right here. We'll know in a week or so. We've performed a massive transplant, and we're expecting severe rejection problems. Quite honestly,
Okay.
I could use your help.
Why me?
Quite vocal
Your
rejections.
anti-rejection techniques. It could come in handy. Could mean the difference between success and failure.
You've got the best people from the
I don't think his
hospital here.
anti-rejection techniques have anything to do with
Especially here.
heads
Doctor, I
on
understand your
bodies.
But did you ever stop to think that my views may not be the same as Dr. Kirshner's? Now, we're testing 24 hours a day. You're a good doctor and an excellent lab man. And I need your help.
Damn it, man! I need you.
I'm not a lab man. I'm a doctor.
Yes,
Is
Doctor.
that a leather tie?
There are two lives in the balance.
Now, I can't
He
do
One of
does
them
look
you
kind
might
of
care about.
shiny.
operations yet. You'll have enough information to do your job. I want you to go home, get some things. The entire staff is living here.
Yeah, we brought you all the way here so you got to go back home to get your stuff.
Immediately.
Thank you.
Only there was some sort of telecommunication device on that desk.
Oh, they're back in the bubble. Okay.
We have a patch of pneumonia.
This bubble has magic healing
Patch of
properties.
pneumonia.
Is that a thing?
Body just
That's the second time I've heard them say that. Patch
Cut
of
down the
pneumonia.
dosage of Barbital to the blackhead. He's too far under. We need all the help we can get from him.
Now, when you say the blackhead, do you mean the zit or
Blackhead.
I have a name?
Yeah, I was about to say the dude's name.
They
He
don't
just
know.
donated his body to science.
You know how I know they don't know his name? Because I don't know his name.
Much
I don't think they've said his name yet.
His name is Jack. They called him Jack when they went to get him out of his
Is
cell.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So,
The crazy guy yelled it like 100 times. You're right. We should
Yeah.
know his name. You give him L, Jack.
Won't be long now.
You can tell this is a hospital because they've got an autoclave and a cyclotron there.
And it tells
At
you-
his desk.
At the desk.
How we doing?
Well, the pneumonia's finally stable. No improvement.
Oh,
but,
it's stable
at least
pneumonia
forward.
now.
Philip?
I think we may have a chance.
We've managed to migrate it all to the blackhead, so we're good.
About to look for you.
We've given the stuffy nose to the black nose.
He's still snoring.
Well, that would be annoying if you were attached to a head and snored.
That would be the worst.
I would try to hold my breath just to see what would happen. That's the kind of crazy shit I would do. Well, if I took out my nose, would you sneeze?
What would be really bad is you absolutely cannot sleep on your side.
Oh.
Right?
He's crafty.
Oh, there's the fake head again. Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, it's
still snoring.
It's half the movie's budget went into making that head.
She
fell
down very gently.
Sure.
Well, it can't really sneak with that dude snoring.
Going to get some pants. Yeah, there you go.
I think they bought that head at the Spirit Halloween store.
I'm like, you're already going to stand out in this neighborhood. At least put some pants on.
And now a musical number. You know, I think the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Beeblebrox head was better than that one.
Yeah. The original, not the... Yeah.
Fix your tie, dude. Come on. You call yourself an officer.
Wow. And he's dead.
Oh, now he's awake. What the heck?
It's the adrenaline.
Holy shit.
He took off his hospital robe and put on all of his clothes and didn't wake that dude up.
Yeah.
Until just now.
Now we find out why there's so many nurses, because
You crazy, you'll never get out of here.
That's what you think.
Good comeback, Rosie. No.
Take it easy, lady. I'm not going to hurt you. Run, you idiot. Get help. 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 Shut up.
Jeez. No, we're not. Okay.
Hold it, everybody. Hold it right there. Will somebody do something?
This is some super duper illegal shit you did to me.
You, so brother. You got a call?
If it
He's like,
wasn't
what
just
the
so
hell?
obvious
He's
that
just
he
now
was
seeing this.
that he's just behind him and got his head on his shoulder.
Let's get him. Let's go. Let's go. Now the rest of you folks, you just stay inside.
At least they didn't just put him in like a really wide suit.
I mean, again, they did the best they could. Like, I don't like without CGI. What else you gonna do?
Right. They're all just standing there staring.
Oh no, how many
Alcohol.
takes it took for him to run out to the car without the head falling off his shoulder?
Oh, dude, what was that guy who's all dressed in red? What was that about?
Williams, stop this car immediately.
Is he in the back
Helping
seat?
him, you
You
make
can
yourself
tell.
an accomplice. Why don't you shut up?
Hey, that's Stellan, man.
I should have known your kind stick together.
Oh.
Ooh.
You a doctor?
Yeah.
How good a doctor are you?
What do you mean
I
by that?
mean,
Get this thing off me.
Before the patient lived?
So far, so
well,
good.
sure.
Crackerectomy.
Then how about you taking old happy face off again?
Williams, turn this car around
Oh,
immediately
happy
now.
face.
You don't do it, and I'll get rid of him my way.
Williams,
That'd be about as smart as you jumping out of this car.
How's that?
I mean that if you kill him, you'll kill yourself. The only way to eliminate his head and live is through surgery.
Of course, I've never seen any of this before, but
Just
I
have
know
to
how
figure
it
out a way to
works.
do it right.
Yeah. You gonna shoot the dude in the head and you just gonna walk around with a dead head on your shoulder from now on?
Well, I mean, it's still your blood system, so you're going to bleed out.
Yeah.
God, you're slowing down.
Well, we don't want to catch them. Just want to keep them in sight. If we get
I
into
still.
traffic,
Why is he all just in
maybe
red? What is that? What is that?
He just likes red.
Long Johns, I think.
There's a
'Cause
cop
it's
on
He was
so
sleeping
cold.
there.
I'm going
Yeah,
as
they were
fast
all
as I
sleeping
can
there.
on this road. He's gonna get us all killed.
All two of us.
There's a police car.
Yeah.
There's a police.
Hey, there's a police in.
Hi!
I was like, they gonna keep going?
Wait, was that a black guy or a white guy? All right, yeah, we'll stop.
1969 yellow Ford, about 10 seconds away.
You didn't see the guy with two heads in the back seat?
They're gonna be coming back soon. Hit the brakes. Oh my God!
You told me to hit the brakes.
Hit
Why'd
the
you grab the
brakes,
wheel?
You're a passenger now. I'm driving.
Oh, no.
I did everything you told me to do. Why are you getting mad at me, brother?
Yeah, try to drive without being able to see to your left.
Right? I mean, left.
Well, I was wondering. I'm like, so can he? Is he like? Does he have like stereoscopic vision now? Can he see in two directions? But they each go to their own brain, so I'm guessing.
Yeah, they got the separate brains.
This is the
They only
worst
had,
chase
like,
scene
What is it
ever.
with these guys doing 3-point turn? I can't.
Yeah, like this whole chase scene is 3-point turns.
I think we'll let the police handle it.
And that's the thing. The guy that directed this movie, what's his name? Hold on.
He's the same guy who does the driving instruction videos.
No, his
Love on the highway.
Lee Frost. One of his claims to fame is that he has a lot of really extensive chase scenes in his movies.
Oh gosh.
He loves car chases.
Whatever you say, baby.
Why is he shooting at him? What do they think is the situation?
No way they're gonna get me, man.
This is 22 Charlie to headquarters, over.
Roger, 22, this is headquarters.
We are inoperative. Lost suspect.
We are inoperative.
Route 4 and Compton Place.
Headquarters.
Request assistance.
He worked all night on those lines.
Do you require 22?
I do like his shades though.
Well, a tow truck would be nice.
Well, are you gonna help me or not?
Wah, wah.
I told you I haven't decided yet.
Listen, man, I know the jury, the DA, and the papers all say I'm guilty. But Big Jack knows the truth.
Yeah.
But Big Jack better stop his insanity and give himself up before we're all killed. What's this we stuff? They're not after you, they're after me. So I do the thinking.
You said back there that you were innocent.
I am. They always say that. Sure they do, but in my case it happens to be true. Heck, I didn't know you guys were gonna do this to me. I figured I was gonna die anyway, so what the hell? They transplant something from my body, makes a kid live? That's good. But I had no idea you was gonna do this. Anyway, I'm innocent and I'm gonna prove it. So
I will also say
I told you I haven't decided yet.
he's doing a much better job at acting than I thought he would. I'm not saying he's good, but he's as good as everybody else in this movie.
That's different. Funny how it becomes different when you're talking about your own head.
Trying to cut off your head. They did cut off your head, dude.
You're just a black. What? What? Oh.
Oh, we gotta have some more.
Gotta turn around again.
3-point
The
turn.
music started. Okay.
I'm gonna take a drink every time there's a 3-point turn. I wish I had some alcohol. Holy shit!
All right.
Let's get the
There
electric
we
guitar
go.
in there.
I'm like,
Considering this car probably has no
Wow.
shocks on it.
well, and he just
Oh, the fire hydrant!
he
No!
effectively just cut a corner and then went back to the exact same place. He should have driven farther down the road.
You gonna stay with me, Doc?
Obviously.
Do I have a choice?
Nope. At least not right now.
Yes.
Let's
We paid a lot of
Why
money.
is standing in the
They're just
water?
standing there. Like, oh, we're getting wet. Okay.
He's just standing there holding his hands out. Where is this water coming
What
from?
am I supposed to do now?
We're in the desert. It shouldn't be raining.
He runs pretty fast for having a second head.
And for having major surgery the day before.
Yeah, how much time has passed? It's been a while, right?
It's been one day. It was
One
like
day?
the night. It was
Yeah.
the night before that
day
they did the
before.
surgery. Yeah.
I thought they were montaging it. I thought it'd been like a few
No.
days.
I don't think so.
Because he had enough time to get pneumonia and cure it, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, they got it stable, remember?
all right, yeah.
We'll rest here in the dark. Then we'll make it over my girl's house.
Police may be
He
looking.
had
Man,
to
your
just like
plan
dug in
is
the
terrible.
ground to do
Because
this.
they don't know where she live.
Yeah. They don't know where she lives. Yeah, sure they don't.
What if your girl ain't home, man? Did you ever think about that?
We're going to move.
This is Major Tom.
Please spread out.
Ground control.
May I have your attention, please? Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
How'd you wind up on death row?
Oh, a cop got killed with a gun I used to own a few years back.
Well, if you didn't do it, didn't you have an alibi?
Willie Thompson.
Well, who's that?
Crazy guy I used to know. He came knocking on my door a few days before I got picked up. He'd pulled a job and the police had gotten a make on him. So, he needed a place to hide out.
It's interesting how criminals always seek out other criminals.
Man, I ain't no criminal.
Of course you're not.
Wait, oh, hold on, Doctor. Go ahead. Now, what happened then?
Well, the night the cop got killed, Willie and I stayed at my place. The next morning, I went to the store to get some food. They arrested me.
We're having all this exposition while we're laying on the ground, hiding from the police.
And there's a helicopter coming right towards them, you know.
Yeah.
But we will. Just a matter of time.
See, they're taking a really long time with this helicopter.
And he is totally flying that chopper.
Yes.
Williams, I got a proposition for you. This transplant has made medical history. Now we should work together. Just you and me.
What?
You and me.
Look, you work with me on this, and I'll make it up to you. Just you and me. We'll take all the credit for what we've done here.
What about Dr. Desmond?
Philip? Oh, he's an excellent surgeon. But I see a more promising future with you.
You actually feel that I could take credit for something with which I had very little to do?
I don't understand you.
I do it all the time.
The reason you don't understand, Doctor, is because you're a bigot. A bigot of the highest caliber. And because of
Thank
that,
you.
You have
Wait, what?
underestimated me and my intelligence.
What's the deal with the other head always being such a heavy
I
sleeper?
appreciate your intelligence.
We need to get one of these heads out of the conversation, so go to sleep.
With a much larger lab contingency. And I need a man like you to head that department.
Like I said, this helicopter's taking damn long to find them.
And in order to win all that great acclaim and prestige,
Why do you have a gun? Do they explain the situation to the police?
cut off his head.
I haven't seen them explain anything.
Like, they're just shoot, like, the goal is to save at least one of these people,
They
right?
didn't even hear the helicopter with the...
The doctor is clearly a hostage. Did they not tell that at least?
Well, this is the LAPD, right?
Now he woke up and he's running. Okay.
This is Chopper 292 to ground control. Have lost suspect in the vicinity of Hill 14. Recommend you proceed immediately to this area.
How can you lose a dude with two heads?
Well, and the fact that it's like, you know,
There's three
open
dudes, and
scrub
there's
with a few
no-
tiny trees.
Whoa!
And of course, the
Get
motorcycle.
out here fast. Let's go.
That
Hey,
is
wait, wait, wait.
unexpected.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Lee Frost really likes dirt bikes. There's dirt bikes in all of his movies, or most of his movies.
Let's go.
Trying to see what else Lee Frost directed for his IMDb. He directed a movie called Chain Gang Women.
Oh.
He directed a movie called Police Women.
I've seen that. I've seen Policewoman, actually.
The Pickup, a climax of Blue Power.
Okay, wait.
So he's
Are
basically
you,
a
are
porn
you telling me
director.
these are not porn?
Policewoman actually was not porn.
Slaves in Cages.
That sounds like porn.
Two for the Money, The Thing with Two Heads, Surf Tide, Female Factory.
Come on.
Zero In and Scream, Chrome and Hot Leather, Chain Gang Women, Ride Hard, Ride Wild.
I mean,
The Captives, The Scavengers, The Pickup, Hot Spur, The Animal, The Forbidden, Mondo Bizarro, Love is a Four-Letter Word.
I think I've seen
Those are going back
Half
into
of these sound like porn names. I mean, for real.
half.
Oh my god! It's on fire.
Can a brother get an extra helmet?
The three of them. Oh.
Get us out of here. Not this way, you won't.
Wow, why are they ranking number 3?
You idiot! I hope you know what you're doing.
You can totally tell he's behind him.
Hold on, we'll get past it.
What I don't understand is why you stand on the track. Like, aren't you trying to escape? Aren't you effectively just driving around in a circle to do this?
Keep knocking all these guys over.
Because that's not what they'd expect them to do.
This is Chopper 292 to car
Some weird two-headed guy just won the trophy.
Suspect Jack Moss is now on the
10-4. You do not say that as a cop.
1.5 miles due south of your present roadblock position. We are returning to base and will advise unit control.
I like how he just cause they haven't decided what the dialogue is yet, so we just
You do not say 10-4.
80 yards later.
Yeah, we just need you to move your mouth. That's it.
Yeah. Just hold the thing up to your mouth. We'll figure out what you're gonna say.
Will you please stop this infernal machine? Oh, just shut up.
That's the same amount of guys it was earlier.
We spent a week with this, making this footage. We're gonna use all of it, goddammit.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm not gonna say this is pointless. I'm just gonna say there's no point to
Kind
this.
of pointless.
We have to show everybody go around the turn.
No, we've got a car on the phone.
Again, cars in those days did not have really good shocks on them.
You know, if they played that funky music from the jail, this scene wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, we need some funk going on now.
I wonder if John Landis saw this as an inspiration for Blues Brothers.
I was just thinking that.
I mean, they know that they're on a track, so they're just gonna go in a big circle. So just stop, and they'll come back around. Oh, we're watching the Dukes of Hazzard.
Mahoney.
God. Mahoney, that was.
Oh, he did win.
He did.
He was the only one
Nobody
left.
else left.
Wait a minute, that guy had 2 heads.
3 heads.
Was that 2
No,
or
wait,
3
no,
guys
3.
on that?
Check the back of the house. Come on, Will.
Okay.
Come on, girls. Wow, they're running really fast.
I know.
Why are we checking the back of the house?
It's not as
In case he
bad as it
came
sounds.
back?
Look, Mitch, the police are here. Can I call you back when I find out some more information?
Yeah, my God, Phil. You have any
I think you can send some
Now
of
he
those
has
messages
the
on.
reason for all those chairs.
secrecy and
I love it's not as bad as it sounds. It's worse, in fact.
Mitch, I understand, but we're doing everything possible. It's not as bad as it sounds.
Phil, a murderer is on the loose because
Motherfucker,
of
you
my
say that one more
decision.
time.
The press is saying that you've turned him into a two-headed monster.
I've committed political suicide. And you say it's not as bad as it sounds.
Mitch, I'll have to get back to you.
Can we get some more nurses in here?
Did you just hang up on me? Isn't this the governor?
Not as
Yeah.
bad as it sounds.
They keep saying that. It's not as bad as it sounds.
Now, whose deal is it?
They're like, yeah, okay.
No, in unison. It is as bad as it sounds. I don't know what they made dirt bikes with in the 70s, but this thing has got like a gas tank the size of Houston.
Yeah, really.
Oh, 3-point turn.
Wow, holy crap.
How did all those cop
Please,
cars
please,
know to go
car.
over that hill?
Why are they all on the grass? Okay.
You gotta remember, this is before Blues Brothers,
Yeah.
which
That was-
still has a record for the most police cars crashed in an
There's
entire
not a
film.
road anywhere
was-
in sight.
That was a very Han Solo shot right there.
This is Baker 22.
Yeah.
Head him off the top end of the field.
We're heading him off on this field. We're on the field. It's a field. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh.
Wow.
You didn't. I saw that bridge.
There it is.
You could have hit the
I had to
brake.
get a couple of racist comments in.
You know he was thinking it. They're all thinking it.
Blazing
See,
Saddles.
what I
this
tell
ain't.
you, funk music makes it better, right?
Is that Alan Hale?
Why is he the only one we're seeing?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I mean, there's like 20 cars. Why are we focusing on this guy?
Red 5 to red 1. Red 5 to red 1.
Stay on target.
What? I didn't see any pit there at all.
He didn't either.
Yeah.
Oh, I do not miss those old stick.
Yeah.
You ever had the pleasure of dropping a car off of one?
I saw my grandfather use one a couple of times.
This is, I mean, what?
Oh yeah, catch him on foot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no physicist, but
He's just taking.
I'm
his
gonna
time.
say they've got what, a good 500-600 pounds on this dirt bike right now.
That's just Rosie's
Not tailgate, by the way.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, sorry. You got that tire on pretty quick.
Wow. It's that police training.
He used to be a NASCAR driver.
Oh, that's fortunate.
Oh! Oops.
Son of a.
Hey, is that Bruce Campbell? Because that totally looked like Bruce Campbell.
It's the chin.
This guy looks like the love child of Will Ferrell.
Drive! Why are you
Chris Farley and Alan Hale.
Hey, little buddy.
I feel like we're spending way too much time on this, the trials and tribulations of this cop.
Yeah.
So they had half a mile of road and this field.
Still going.
Yeah, we're just driving
I
around the
mean,
same trees over and over.
I feel like
and
this
over.
movie could have been about 20 minutes shorter so far.
Oh, it's the same pit.
Oh.
Where'd the cliff come from?
You okay, Harry? I think I broke my arm.
Haha.
Can keep that seatbelt fastened?
What? You just saw the other car, even if you didn't see it before. Y'all should get out before more cars crash on top of you.
He said, "Lean your head out the window, see if there's any more cars coming."
And I love the squealing tires on dirt.
Now it really sounds like a Dukes of Hazzard episode.
Yeah.
No, this is.
See, I was thinking that music
this
sounds like
is
corn.
100% of Luke's Hazard episode. If they were driving a Charger with a Confederate flag on top,
Right.
that would be it.
Perfect. I give that a 9.7.
Cut, Prince. Hey, can my cousin be in the movie? We got enough actors. Wait, he does this thing. You're gonna love it.
Oh, we can't. We don't have enough cars in the pits yet. We gotta. Okay.
You know, eventually they'll crash enough cars that the next car can just drive over.
Oh, outhouse joke.
Gotta have an outhouse joke.
And another cliff.
And another cliff.
You know, I don't think they've cussed at all. I mean,
I think that's the same car.
They've said
This movie is
They
rated
said-
PG, so
yeah, they said damn, they said bastard, but I don't think they've used any of the.
which PG in 1972 is as high as they could go without going to R. So
I don't think they like. I think I mean, you know, gruesome medical experiments aside, I think this is okay for kids.
I mean, I've heard him say bastard. a couple times.
10-4, you the car. You're not a trucker. Oh.
Just checking in how far we are into this movie. Oh, it's almost over. All right. After 30 minutes of chasing.
It's about time for a head-on collision, isn't it? There we go. Yeah.
There we go. There's
the
literally an
last
open
two?
field, but all these cars do is crash into each other. Is that
Yeah,
the
we've
same
had
guy?
we've had all this exposition of Jack's trying to prove his innocence and everything, and now we're like 10 minutes from the end of the movie, and they haven't talked.
Is he still trying to get to his girlfriend's house?
Yeah, that's where they were supposed to be going, and then they started getting chased.
She's got to be like out on a farm in the
I'm
boonies.
He's like, they don't know where it is.
Just rolling for no reason now.
Are you gonna stomp on the car somewhere?
Seriously, all the cars are just gonna. Okay,
He is gonna stomp on the car somewhere.
there goes another one.
Well, you know, once your hood is up, you really can't see. You know, just back it in.
Oh, there goes the tire. Okay.
Yeehaw!
Isn't that the hill they went up the first time when all the
Yes.
cars came?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
the police
he
came over
the
the
man is
hill after.
dedicated. He just had to take care of those 50 cops first.
Oh, this will be good.
Where are we going? We got to go to the gas station.
Who is it?
And then this.
It's all right, honey. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh, I recognize her. She used to be on Laughing.
Nope, she said shit.
There you go.
They were talking about this on the television, but I had no idea.
Let's see.
Are you all right?
She was like one of the dancers on Laughing.
No.
Yeah.
She was in an episode of Mission Impossible.
Honey,
Let's see.
I know you don't like to answer a lot of questions, but how did that happen?
Oh, I'll tell you
I
about
don't
that
mean to
later.
pry, baby. I really don't. I know you need your space. I'm not trying to be that girl.
Sure he does. Don't
But
touch me.
Jack,
See? Works every time. This is Fred. He's a doctor too.
Yeah, she was in Laughing.
There's some obvious
You a
head
doctor?
jokes here that we're not
wondering,
gonna go for right now.
Do you have two of anything else?
No, they
Oh.
didn't.
Wow.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dick.
Speaking
At
of
the top
Dick,
of the
Whitting, what?
It's certainly one of the most bizarre stories this reporter has ever heard. But it has been reported by several confirmed eyewitnesses that a two-headed monster has been seen. Police have issued an all-points bulletin. Police and state officials are also investigating.
Let's
the
not
mysterious
forget about the two-headed
disappearance of
gorilla
condemned
that they
murderer
completely
Jack
forgot
Morris,
about.
who last month
These nurses are like,
donated
"Can we
his
go
body to
home now?" I
How
mean,
this situation came about
we
is
suspect
still
these
not known.
two-headed creatures may
Earlier
be
in the show
related.
This morning, we interviewed, or should I say, we attempted to interview Dr. Philip Desmond, the acting chief of the Kirshner Transplant Foundation. And here is that interview.
Dr. Desmond, what kind of an experiment was performed on Jack Moss? It was not an experiment, it was an operation.
What can you tell us about the two-headed
No further comments.
Was an experimental operation? Maybe.
Wasn't it, Doctor? Look, gentlemen, the Foundation in a few days will issue a formal statement now. Excuse me.
Level with us, Doctor.
Good to know.
Have you created a monster?
Oh, come on, Doc. Give us a break. What are you trying to hide anyway?
And as you can see, still no answers. But this is known. A two-headed man has been seen, and it is suspected that condemned murderer Jack Moss is one of those two heads. Police have reported
Good
that
to
the
know.
switchboards are jammed with calls from an alarmed and panicked public. And we'll be right back.
Jack
after
Moss
this.
is one of those two heads.
Who's the other head? It's not important. Who knows?
Get some sleep, baby.
I'd like to know what the important message was.
Why don't you stay here for a little while?
Oh, come on, honey. I gotta start dinner.
You don't have to start now. Why don't you do it later?
Come on,
Sweetie,
Jack.
this is not going to happen right now. You should just let that go.
I'll cover his head with a pillowcase. You must be joking.
So,
Is that all you people ever think about?
you people, of
So
course.
do you, honey. Maybe when I get used to it.
Wow, she is a good one.
Maybe when I get used to it.
Now you know you got to go.
Because I need my loving.
Did I mention I'm a
What's
doctor?
gonna happen to Jack?
And
I only have one head.
And I'm single.
Big Jack's cool and everything, but I'm a beautiful man.
That's right. His name is Willie Thompson. We tracked him down once in Nashville.
Did I mention I was in the lieutenant?
You say we. Does that mean you have a detective agency on him? Then you really believe that he's innocent?
Well, if I didn't, would I spend all this time and money?
I don't know.
I have no idea how much time and money you spent, so maybe.
The only crime Jack ever committed was letting Willie hide out at his place.
So is this the old man just magically changed his opinion about him by hearing this conversation?
No,
Might.
getting.
I think he's gonna try to kill him.
Or this is gonna. Okay.
Oh yeah, he said it'd take a few days for him to get total control.
Jack wants me to help him.
Well, are you?
Are you a friend of Jack's? I just met him today.
Yeah.
The more I hear, the more I think I will.
We went on a really long motorcycle ride together.
Right.
It was amazing maneuvering, given the fact that he had 2 bodies and 3 heads on a dirt bike he'd never ridden before.
Anyway,
All right, you can stop groping the guy.
I didn't kill nobody. Now I got a second chance to prove
Do you
it.
feed the white head?
Which head gets to eat? It's going to the same stomach, right?
Oh,
But which
Big
one
Jack.
gets to eat?
Stand that garbage.
What's the matter, baby? Don't you dig soul food?
What do you got for dessert? Watermelon?
Oh
What do y'all
shit!
think about having fried
Oh,
God.
Yes, sir.
Are they having fried
Anyway,
chicken for
Doc, you
dinner?
don't have to worry about eating the
Oh.
whole picture of that. That's all in my stomach.
And after supper, we can all sit around and sing spirituals.
Could I have a cigarette?
Oh, sure, honey.
Jack, Lila was telling me about Willie Thompson.
Same thing I told you, right?
Probably not. Didn't you just have surgery?
Yeah.
Right. And he just had pneumonia.
Hey, man, we're smoking while I'm eating.
Doc, how difficult would it be to remove Mr. Personality from off of Jack's back?
Without a team of surgeons and the proper facilities, absolutely impossible.
Oh, come on now, Doctor. We both know better than that.
What do you mean?
I mean that placing your head on Jack's body must have been quite a task. But the removal process is quite different, isn't it, Doc? In fact, one might consider it merely a basic amputation.
You mean you could cut him off of Jack's back by yourself?
Yes, that's right.
Well, the
There's some
stitches
places
are still
where you
fresh.
can Right drugs and surgical equipment.
Just need some Velcro and some duct
You
tape.
can do it right here.
And you're gonna help me?
Yes. I think I will.
You got a good
Williams,
set of knives in the
if you
kitchen.
cut off my head, that'll be murder.
But it's okay for you to cut off my head, is that right?
Williams, I'm warning you.
Listen, Kirshner. I've heard enough to convince me that this man is innocent.
I need to point out the fact that they didn't just sew his head on. They actually cut the other guy's head off and moved it over.
Yeah.
So if they take his head off, his head's still going to be on one side of his body like that.
Boys, don't argue. It's all
Simple application.
Dr. Max has got to go.
Not to mention, lungs. Like there's a whole. This stuff is connected. It's not just the head.
Yeah.
That is not how you pick a lock.
No.
Oh my god.
It was a skeleton key.
It was a jeweler's screwdriver.
Yeah, I know.
It was
It's a
some
set of them
bullshit
in
is
the
what it
drawer
was.
right over there.
See, just because I can break in and stuff and undo alarms, that's why they think that every black man's a criminal. It's because we all know how to do that.
What are they breaking into the Y?
No, it's the community center.
How am I supposed to know? Didn't you bring your gun?
Left it at Lila's.
You're the worst.
Are you
You're the
sure you
worst.
did anything like this before?
Not even your apprenticeship?
Your apprenticeship.
What?
I think we must have missed the part that made that joke a joke.
I was like, you have to be an apprentice to be a death row inmate?
All right, so where are they?
A warehouse.
I mean,
Looks like a medical warehouse of some type.
Okay.
What's going on here?
Yeah, he's trying to get the equipment that he needs to do a basic amputation.
Taking control of your body.
Cut it off, man! Doctor, help me, doctor! Help me! Help me!
Help me! He's groping my face.
Help me.
Or not.
Now
Okay.
it's your turn.
It's that he's able to take over
Wait,
control
what?
of his body,
One smack?
and all
Yeah.
he does is just sit there and smack his face.
Yeah.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
You know what? I'll take it back. I love this body.
I think I'm starting to see what the critics were saying about this. It's like
Oh, this is Dr. Cushing.
So bad.
never really got
May I
funny
speak to
enough to be a
Dr.
comedy.
Desmond, please?
And it's definitely not horrific enough to be a horror film.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I
it's
think
not a
this
horror
actually-
movie. It's just like one of those kind of sci-fi exploitation movies.
I don't think it's the horror at all. I mean,
No.
it's to
No.
me, it is
I want you and Smith
it is an action comedy with a ridiculous
prepare for the
premise
removal of the other head.
and bad action.
It's crawling with this thing with us dead. You don't stand a chance of getting in here.
I see. All right, I'll have to handle it myself.
Max, listen to me.
All I've done is listen. Now, this is basically a very simple operation.
He's listened?
You
Really?
never listen.
I'll contact you when I'm able.
Did he just say I could do it myself?
I'm an Oscar-winning actor. Gosh darn it!
Okay.
I auditioned for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He probably did.
Operations, several broken arms, one broken leg, and numerous bruises and broken
Oh,
ribs.
now we've got the fake
All
Rosie
the
head.
officers involved appear to be in good health. The chase, which took place in a
It was in his
different
contract to get
city
equal
of
time.
Macclesfield,
Control of the body.
police vehicles. We were able to interview Lieutenant J.J. Hines.
Did they have to darken his hands? Oh.
Thank you for those
It's a
words
lot
of
easier to
encouragement,
fit him behind Rosie than to hit Rosie behind him.
Lila, this is Dr. Williams.
Now to our sports desk. Football player Rosie is not missing.
Now, there are only two places he could have gone, and I don't think he'll go to the hospital. Can you borrow a car? Okay, pick me up on the corner of Washington and Jay as soon as possible. Okay?
Philip, what is it?
I just talked to Max. I don't know what's going on, but I want to be able to operate within a moment's notice.
Oh, we can't work here. The police.
I know.
We can't work here even though it's a hospital.
And the 200 nurses that are in every room.
Tell Dr. Smith to
Oh, what about the other patients? Fuck them.
They didn't even bother to darken his hands. What the heck?
Yeah, they could have put a pair of gloves on him or something.
That's something.
No, no sign. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Now it's Rosie again. Ugh. Oh, he's doing this with his eyes closed, by the way. You just
Sure.
this is not gonna go well. But his head's on the other side now.
Wait, what's happening right? Oh, he's in the mirror. That's how he's doing.
Oh,
He's,
okay,
he's
got
looking
it.
in the mirror so he can do this. I mean,
Stop him!
you gotta appreciate the level of confidence.
What's he gonna try and cut his own head off?
Yes.
He is a doctor, by the way.
Yeah. And he doesn't have the arthritis no more.
There's only 2 minutes left. I don't know how they're going to wrap this up in a
He's probably got,
satisfactory
you know,
way.
High blood pressure and clogged arteries, but no more arthritis.
Hello?
Knowing the way some of these movies work on YouTube, this may cut off and the movie's not even over yet.
Who is this? Hello?
Hey, what?
Who is this? Who do you think? I thought you were a doctor. Also weird that they lingered on the phone like that.
So did she win the nurse lottery as the one who got to go?
Yes.
So, John, your prediction didn't come true, apparently.
Well, we've still got time. Whoa,
the-
shit.
That was quick.
Wow. They were like, deuces.
Get me another body.
He's fucking talking.
Yeah, he's
Sure.
talking. Ow, I don't know. He doesn't have lungs or anything.
Oh, you
Kill
know,
me,
don't-
please.
It's a 70s horror movie. Don't dig too deep.
Yay.
Oh, shit. Really?
And his head's back into place and everything.
Are they?
And he,
they
and he,
really are
he
singing
can move his
Ringo
head enough to
Spirit?
dance and stuff.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
And they had to end with them actually singing a spiritual.
they really did end with them singing a Negro spiritual.
Yeah, they made the joke earlier, and now they're actually doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Sergeant Hacker. That's
I love
That's
that. The
why-
medical salesman was Rod Steele. If that isn't a porn name, I'm just
Well,
saying.
Michael
Sergeant
Myers.
Hacker was played by Lee Smith as our lead.
that's why I kept focusing on that guy. Is that the chubby guy? The chubby cop?
He was the Lee Frost. He's the director of the films. It might have been him, yeah.
No. That's what I'm saying. I was like,
Yeah.
why are you spending so much time with this
that was
guy?
it. Wow.
That was an awful lot of exposition and backstory about
and a lot of dirt bike riding.
About
Yeah.
proving himself innocent.
Willie Johnson and his, and he got the gun and then blah, blah, blah. What happened with that?
We got to end it somewhere.
I mean, they didn't even have to do all that. They could have just said, "I got framed," or Willie. Like they had like 2 5-minute scenes about how Willie did it, and just
Because now he's like, now he's on the lam. Now he's going to be
with the doctor.
Yeah,
he had a promising career ahead of him.
Yeah. All right, so grade the movie. Rick, what you think?
I don't know.
You know, I was enjoying it for a while, but I kind of ran out of steam because that chase was just so long. It was just like, I can't even riff on it anymore. I give it 3 vertebrae out of 10.
Out of 10.
I should go in that high.
What about you, John?
You know what? I am forgiving of a lot of this movie because it's not good, but that's fine. The chase scene was too long. The plot, well, I mean, the plot was what the plot was, but like, I didn't need the B plots. I enjoyed making fun of it. I'm gonna give it. Yeah, if this had been like a Twilight Zone episode,
yeah,
they'd cut out the 20 minutes of the dirt bike, the completely pointless dirt bike scene. I'll give it. I give it a 5 out of 10. 5.
Okay.
5 backwards amputations out of 10.
Jen, what about you?
Oh my gosh. Well, again, the dirt bike scene was just way too long. Oh gosh. And the ending was so abrupt that it's like that it looked like they were trying to set it up for a sequel that kind of fell flat. And I know that they were trying to do a racial commentary with this film that didn't quite work. Really? So I'm going with Rick and I'm giving it a 3 amputated heads out of 10.
I think that having the dirt bikes and then that really long police car chase was probably a little too much.
Well,
I could have done
the police
without
chase
the
was
dirt
first.
bike. Yeah, just take the dirt bikes out.
There was no reason for the dirt bikes at all.
Leave the police cars in. Lee Frost likes dirt bikes.
I mean, then they could have just been the dirt bikes and not
and then-
the first 3-point turn chase.
Yeah. And then the end of it, to have all that exposition setting up this whole thing about how he's innocent, he's got to prove himself innocent, and blah 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 blah. And it wasn't my gun; it's a gun I used to have, and the cop got shot, and blah blah blah. And then the end of it, just chop the dude's head off. Oh, and my head's fine enough that I can do this in the car, So yeah, but I mean, I'll go a little higher. I'll say 5 out of 10. I think that if I was watching this by myself, I'd probably be a lot more upset about it than if I was doing it the way that we're doing it.
I would not have made it to the end of this film. You know what I think? I think they actually filmed more that made it make sense. But then the editor was like, "This movie's 2 hours long. We can't do that." And so that they cut out all of the stuff like for Rosie Greer's character
that makes it make sense.
That makes it make sense. They're like, what about the dirt bikes? You leave the dirt bikes. Okay, but we just had a chase scene. If you touch his dirt bikes,
you cut one frame, you're fired.
Gosh.
Can we trim the dirt bikes?
Lee Frost loves dirt bikes. He made a movie called Dixie Dynamite where he actually managed to get Steve McQueen to ride a dirt bike uncredited in the movie. And dirt bikes also show up in a movie he directed called Race with the Devil.
Did the devil ride a dirt bike?
I don't know.
Because that would have been a better title.
But yeah, they did an episode of the Treehouse of Horror on The Simpsons where Mr. Burns' head was grafted on the Homer's body.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. And I was saying, so Jeff Brown of the Monthly Film Bulletin wrote that this was his review when the movie came out. The two lead actors both gave convincing performances, but he wished that the filmmakers had done more with the premise, finding that the extended chase sequence takes too much attention away from the movie's extraordinary hero.
Wait, did he say extraordinary hero?
Extraordinary hero, yeah.
Big Jack?
I think Roger Ebert gave it 1 star.
Yeah.
And Gene Siskel gave it 2.
Yeah.
I may have that reversed, but it was
somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
One of them liked it a little bit more than the other one, but both of them hated it.
There were a few moments where you could see that they were trying to do, like they made a joke, and it was an unexpected joke. And it was moderately funny, not enough for me to. I was like, "Oh, look at that! You made a joke," and it landed. That's
Now I will give credit. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was going to say, if not for the dirt bikes and that ending, this would have been a solid B. So good it's bad movie. So bad it's good movie.
Yeah. I got to give Rosie Greer credit. You mentioned it earlier. He a better actor than I would have given him credit for. It's real easy for people to sit back and go, "Oh man, that is terrible acting" or whatever. But unless you've tried it, sounding conversational is not that easy. And he did a good job. He read his lines. He sounded like somebody actually talking as opposed to somebody reading lines. And not every football player who gets in front of the camera can do that.
I was going to say, I've seen other athletes in other roles try to do this level. He did fine. He did fine.
Yeah, and the fact that he did some of those scenes with his eyes closed and he was moving his arms around, that was pretty impressive.
Everyone committed. Everyone believed in the, nobody was playing it up. You know what I mean? Everyone was taking their reality seriously enough.
Yeah. The main characters were. I think that some of the cops were.
Yeah, well.
All right. Well,
they were all drunk. They were all drunk on set. That's why the cars crashed. That's why they weren't supposed to.
Thanks to Tom for the suggestion. And patrons, if you're listening, send us some suggestions because we're going to do this every month. And I'd love to watch some of the stuff that you want us to watch. And extra points if the movie that we watch is in public domain, so that I can actually put the movie up along with the video of us watching it and stuff, so that you don't have to watch it and listen to us separate or something like that.
How old is public domain?
Public domain doesn't have to be age. It just means that whatever the copyright is has run out. So
okay.
There is a certain number of years as long as the copyright holder doesn't renew it.
Yeah, well,
like Disney, some of their stuff, they make a point. They have lawyers specifically. Their job is like, okay, Snow White's about to go public. We got to renew the copyright.
Sure.
But I think I want to say it's like 50 years.
It's
I
like
could be very
50,
wrong
60,
about that.
something like
That's
that.
what I thought.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
not always, because like Dawn of the Dead, I mean, Night of the Living Dead has been in the public domain since about 10 years after it was made.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it had some there, but there's a lot of them out there. I mean, you can look them up. There's hundreds of movies that are in public domain, and a lot of them are goofy,
Yeah, they're not that great.
goofy, campy movies like like this that we.
I'm
can
a
watch.
patron. Can I pick the next one?
I already picked one, and Sean
Yeah.
said that he had to check and see if it was public domain.
What was it? I forgot.
Barbarella.
I'll look. I don't.
Probably
I
not,
don't know
Barbarella
what
is
it
definitely not public domain.
Yeah, well, but it would be funny to do.
We can. I mean, we can do it. I just can't put the video up.
Yeah.
So I mean, but if people want to listen to us while they watch it separate, they can do that too. So, all right. So that's going to be our Patreon episode for June. We'll find another movie for us to watch in July. Like I said, if you have a request, and send it my way. Extra points if it's public domain. Other than that, thank you guys all for being here. Rick, thank you for being here.
Well, I almost said my pleasure, but that kind of hurt. So, but
Jen,
I'm glad to do it.
Jen, thanks for being here too.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And John, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, man.
All right, everybody. We'll patrons be on the lookout on the Patreon page, because in addition to these special episodes, you also get early access to a lot of our podcasts. So every week, check that up. I'll send you a message whenever one comes out, but you can download those and listen to them several days before everybody else gets to hear them. But other than that, we will do another one of these in July. Bye-bye.